units of time.
Perfect.
But these are the units these 4 units are the units we use every day.
Right. We often
Yeah,
use
because
seconds and minutes.
every 7 days we use this unit, and then every 2 to 3 weeks we use this unit, and then every 12 months we use this unit. So this
Perfect.
unit is the biggest.
Perfect. But now we will be learning how do we convert the time and how do we calculate the elapsed time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for learning this, I would request you to move on to the presentation and read it loud.
Okay. Oh, we already read this much.
Yes. So I'm moving on to the next page, okay? We learned this, we learned AM, PM, we learned the conversion, right?
I just wanted to check one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Post. Okay, anti and post.
Yes. Pre-meridian, okay, which is alternate meridian and post, yeah?
Yeah, I
Prime meridian and alternate
also
meridian.
I also told my teacher that you put a P and the M capital and the A and the M capital as well.
Right. So what did she say?
I said okay.
Yes. So now let's learn, okay? What is prime meridian? The zero meridian, which is used as a reference line from which longitude east and west is measured. So we have a latitude and we have a longitude, okay? The zone which we use to measure, it's imaginary. PM actually does not exist on the earth. We imagine it as a concept, okay? So the line which we considered along the longitude of east and west to measure the time is called prime meridian. We imagine that it passes from the Greenwich meridian, okay?
Okay.
Now how do we convert? Important part is how do we convert the time? I'm skipping this part because you have already learned it, right? Now example, 4 weeks will be how many days? 1 week is how many days, Yuvraj?
4 weeks would be 28 days.
Perfect.
Nearly the max of a month.
Good job.
We've done this.
Yes, so I'm now moving on to adding and subtracting and calculating the elapsed time, alright?
Okay.
Now, just look, how do we find the elapsed time? Read this presentation loud, Yuvraj.
Okay. Is it AM or PM? PTA meeting.
So PTA meeting happens in the evening or in the morning?
Evening.
Getting evening? PTA meeting in the school?
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the morning, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it may be in the evening, depends school to school, right? Getting ready for school, it happens in AM or PM?
AM.
At AM, okay. Getting ready for bed?
PM.
Perfect. So when the school gets out,
PM.
the sun rises in?
PM.
Sun rises at AM.
Yes.
Softball game.
What?
When do you play ball? The games, the sports?
PM.
PM. Stars in the sky?
PM.
PM. Now, let's move on to the time addition. So you have to calculate the time 1 hour from the time which is given on the slide, right? How would you calculate this? Can you write it on the whiteboard, Yuvraj?
So I already know that 3 plus 1 equals 4. cloudy, cool, 4:17 p.m.
Right.
You're done. And
All
same
right.
with this, but instead this would be 0050. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
53, sorry.
Right.
This would be 843, and this would be 351.
Right.
So 9 minutes to 3.
Yes.
I mean, 9 minutes to 4. When I add 1 hour, then it would be 350.
You have to add an hour and then you have to mention the time, okay?
Yeah.
Please do that.
So do I write the time?
Right, you have to write it on the whiteboard. Yes. So you will not mention AM or PM when you're writing the time? You're
Yeah,
considering
I'm
a
gonna
12-hour
write that.
clock, right?
I'm gonna write it after I do the question.
Alright.